Oh my God, Crystal. What are y'all doing? Hey, hey. I'm off today and I'm off tomorrow. Yes, we're public. We're public. We're public for a reason, Caitlin. We're public for a reason. Stop it. We're public. This is a public service announcement. uh, let's see. I have taken, right? I've taken some time. I've taken some time to like process some shit, to like really think about a lot of shit. And I really just been like writing down like the pros and cons of certain things. And I have just come to the realization, like honestly, through all of this shit, all of it, right? Starting from the very beginning. You'll always be my home. Why have I genuinely cared so much about others' opinions about me? Honestly. Because before, when I started on TikTok, I didn't care who live streamed me. I didn't care who talked about me. I really didn't care what anybody thought of me at all. You know, I mean, did I hear words on the street that, people had their opinions about me or they had this and that to say? But I still just did my own thing, right? I did my own thing. I hung out with my friends. I hung out with my people and did my shit on my platform. I've realized that I'm not going to sit here, right, and stop being who I am as a person and feel like that I have to hide myself away based on what other people fucking think about me on this fucking app. There is a person, right? I've been watching. I've been observing some shit, right? I've been observing some shit, and I find it crazy how there are certain people, okay, not the original people that always have shit to say about me, but there's some certain people that are on this other side that they feel the need to just bring my name up. I happened to scroll in a live yesterday. I shit y'all not, right? I worked, I got up, I was sitting on the couch, and now I just want y'all to know that the majority of y'all are unblocked. Okay? All right, and then to my mods, okay, we're going to have a new little status here. To my mods that are in here. Unless somebody comes in here and says something absolutely unhinged or crazy or wild, see, what we're going to do is we're going to give them a chance and we're going to mute them. We're going to mute them. Okay? But then if they come in here after they're muted and they still want to act a certain type of way, then we're going to block. Okay? I thought to myself, I should just unblock. I should unblock all these people that say they don't like me. I should make them. Now, if you truly don't like me, you wouldn't watch my shit, right? You wouldn't replay my shit. You wouldn't live stream my shit. You wouldn't pay attention to me. I mean, you would think that's what people would do, right? But see, listen, if you drop into my live, it's because you're being nosy. It's because you want to know something. You want to hear the tea. So now I'm going to catch you in 4K because you made a choice to come into my live, right? You made a choice to come into my live. If you want to interact in said live, you've made a choice. Steaming hot. Okay? So People are saying that all I do is block people, block people. So now guess what? Now you're either going to say, if you're replaying my shit and you're watching my lives, you are openly admitting and proving my point that you are, in fact, a fucking fan. You're a fan. When you genuinely don't like somebody, when you genuinely don't give a fuck about somebody, you don't continue to watch them. But if I am on your fucking radar, okay? If all you can do is talk about little old me because you can't find nothing, you can't dig within the depths of your own fucking ass to make your own fucking content, hi, live stream me, bitches. Live stream me. Okay? Do it. Okay? If replaying my shit, if replaying my live, if that just gets your rocks off, just do it. So anyway, we're going to just, we're just going to, I'm just going to do my thing. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to continue to do my thing. I am going to, we're just going to tay in the wind. And currently right now, I'm being absolutely crop dusted by Nova. Okay? This dog has been crop dusting me all day. And she's down there on the floor, sitting by that fan, crop dusting me. Okay? Hell yeah, I know, right? But you were not forced to be here. Hi, Karen. You were not forced to be here. You are not forced to be a mod for me. If you cannot be my friend, and if you feel a certain type of way, or certain people are making you feel a certain type of way because you come into my lives, or, you mod for me, if people have a problem with that, they can continue to just have a problem with it. Okay? Crystal, do you feel forced? I mean, you guys know that if you come into my live, you're not forced to be here. That is a choice that you made. But anyway, I digress. I scrolled into a live yesterday. Okay? Actually, it was MJ's live. It was MJ's live. I didn't say nothing. I just scrolled in there. Didn't even fucking mean to. It was kind of like a squirrel moment. Squirrel. I was in there. And lo and behold, okay, feral trash panda. I don't know the bitch. Never really talked to the bitch. Don't know a damn thing about the girl. Don't know her. All I know is she's always got something to say about me. As soon as I scrolled into that live, she was like, do y'all know that itch that ass is Shannon? Wow. I want to thank you for letting everybody know. I want to thank you for making that public announcement. Letting everybody know that I was in that live. I just want to say thank you so much for the shout out. So much. Okay? So much. Good for I'm so glad that you warned everybody. I'm so glad that you warned everybody and said, itch that ass is Shannon. She's in this live. Oh my gosh. What are we going to do? I don't care. I'm either going to, I'm at this point now, I'm going to force you to block me. I'm going to force you to block me. I'm going to make you make that decision. Exactly, Karen. I'm going to make these people. So from now on, unless somebody comes in here, right? Unless somebody comes into my live and they start acting all kinds of sideways, whatever, in the chat, okay? if you're going to be nosy and you're going to window lick and you're going to be window watchers, hi, how you doing? Oh, big Papa. Well, Bob, what are you doing? Did you get lost? Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes my Google Maps fucks up too. But hey, since you're in here, how you doing? Hope you're doing well in life. Shit. Hope you're doing fantastic, Big Papa. Love the name change. Love it. You know? Love it. I'm at this point, like, okay, cool. You come in here, you, whatever. We are strangers on the internet that are never going to meet. Okay? I'm just laying it all out there that as far as me moving forward, well, Big Papa was a mod of mine. You know, we've had our moments, you know. Hi, Claus. Hi, pretty lady. Hey, Claus, beware. Okay? You're in here at your own risk. Okay? I don't want nobody chapping your ass because you're in my live. Okay? I don't want anybody going, Claus, why are you over there with Shannon after what she did? The audacity, Claus, for you. And the fact that you're a mod for me. Oh, my Lord. Ah. I could just never do that. You know, speaking of mods, oh, do you want to be one, Jana? Jana, do you want your mod status back? Stop it. Oh, wait. Hold, please. Wait. Somebody. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, everyone's going to say, can y'all believe that Jana is back over there with Shannon after everything? Can y'all believe it? Oh, it's an early Christmas miracle. Right? Random people on the internet. And listen. Okay? Nova, what are we doing? No, ma'am. I've been put the gate there for a reason. No, ma'am. You're in jail. Okay. Anyway, I digress. My puppy is on one today. She is on one today. I'm just saying, moving forward for me, I don't care what shit you and I have been through, what beef you and I have been through, what issues that you and I have, whether or not you've talked shit, I've talked shit, all of it, okay? I'm gonna Kobe this bullshit. Kobe! I'm Kobe-ing it, okay? I'm slam dunking this shit into the no longer fuck it bucket. That's it. I know. We just went outside. You just played. Okay? You're doing your puppy shenanigans. Okay? So listen, I'm at this point. I cannot control Kobe, not Kobe. First of all, Claus, as a mod, don't ever correct me again. You hear me? Do you hear me, Claus? Don't correct me. Okay? Maybe I wanted to add a Kobe. Okay? Don't you correct me, ma'am. We don't correct. I am the host. Okay? I'm the main fucking event. Okay? You stay down there in that chat and you just do your job, ma'am. Okay? You better start taking your mod status a lot more serious around here. Don't slip up again. Oh, listen, we are Nova's going through some things. She's going through some things. She is. I can take this dog out literally every hour on the hour, and she would live outside if I would let her. So we're gonna go to the dog park this weekend, and I'm gonna let her go run her little heart out this weekend. So I just want to say that if you are in here and you are a mod or you are in my chat, you're in here at your own risk. Okay. So you might even have people say, why would you support her? Why, after all the things that she has done? I'm just putting that out there. So you're in here at your own risk. So if you get some heat because you're over here sitting with my little ass, well, I wouldn't call it little, but my ass just in general. Yes, Jana. She is kind of, she's going through a moment here. Come on, get up here. Come on. I know, I don't know what, we went outside, we went for a walk, you went and pottied, we've been playing with our toys, I gave you some treats. Okay? She is a really good dog though, honestly. We have been super blessed with her. She is super awesome. Doing amazing with her crate training. She doesn't whine when she has to go in her crate, but I will tell you that, even sometimes she'll just go in there and just lay down, with the door open. So, but yeah, that's her little safe place when she wants to go or when she wants to lay on the floor or whatever. But no, I just wanted to make it clear moving forward. You can hold a live about me, okay? Y'all can mock me, make fun of me, dress up like me, do little skits, do little shows, play fucking bingo, do all the things you need to do, okay? Like, if that's what's really gonna get you going through the day, fuck it, do it. I'm just at this point. I have sat here and I have let things bother me that I don't even know why it has bothered me. I'm just at this point where it is what it is from moving forward. People are just, people are going to be bored. People are going to do what they want to do. No, I am not, Karen. This is public. This is a public live. Okay, this is public. Okay. Everybody in the chat, if you're in here, wave, say hi. You can make announcements. Hell, even if you're a window watcher, if you're even a troll and you don't like me, you can just come in here and say, hey, I don't like you, Shannon. And I'll say, that's okay. That's okay. We can just we can just fist pump each other. You go your way, I go mine. And like I said, as far as blocking, unless somebody comes in here and acts sideways, okay? Or they want to say something crazy, if they want to come in here, that's fine. Well, hello, Diesel Weasel. The big Diesel Weasel's in here. Thank you for the heart me. Oh no, it's not mod got upset. There's just people that are questioning who are mods over here. You know what I'm saying? Some people are kind of getting heat because it's like, oh, well, Shannon did this or Shannon did that. Like, why would you want to be over there? Why would you want to be in her live? I'm not holding you hostage. Nobody is held hostage over here. Nobody. At all. Okay. I've been working the last 4 days. I have been busy as shit. I have the next 2 days off. So glad. I don't know, but like I said, I've been thinking about a lot, and I'm just at this point that, like, I'm not going to apologize for another fuck thing on this app. If y'all have ever been offended by anything that I have said or I've done, or if your feelings are hurt, or if you're hurted by something that I have said and done in the past, if you can't get over some shit that, we have been through and you can't move forward, that is not on me no more. It's not on me no more. So if you want to continue to be on that hate train and you want to continue to just, bedpan, Sassy Shannon, you wanted to keep doing all that shit, run with it. Okay? Do it. Fuck it. You're going to do what you're going to do. Nothing that I say or nothing that anyone's going to say is going to change that. We're all just internet TikTok characters on here. And none of it really matters. Listen, Jana, it's never going to stop, right? It's the internet. It's social media. It's the back and forth. It's the clicks. It's the groups. It's the masses. It's this group sits with this group. This group sits with that group. Oh my God, Nova. Why are we continuously crop dusting? You just went outside and took a big dookie. Oh, sorry. Ma'am. Jana, she's literally audibly farting. You can literally hear it go pff, right out of her butt. Yes, it's audibly. Claus, stop correcting my language and my vocabulary. What was I supposed to say, Claus? You want to correct me again? Okay. Yes, it's Colby. Colby! Did you audibly hear me? Well, see, here's what I'm thinking, Claus. She likes to huff her food. And when I say huff her food, she likes to basically suck it down. She doesn't chew it. She doesn't taste it. And so I want to get her one of those feeding things where it's like a slow feeder. So she has to kind of like work to get her food because I think she's huffing. And it's just like she has all this air in her. Yes, Jana, she needs a slow feeder. Because I feed her twice a day. Big Papa, you have joined again. Stop it. Big Papa. I know your Google Maps did not stop. Did it have another error? I don't know if you're meaning to take a left turn. Great. Fantastic. I love it when they call me Big Papa. Papa. What? What, baby? What? And that's, hey, listen, he's strolling and scrolling. Big Papa's just anywhere and everywhere. That's okay. And I'm just kind of like I just want to like prove a point, I get it. People are nosy. People want to know, what I've got to say or what I've got to share. Honestly, not real much. Not much at all. I'm waiting for my mod, my Mike G, Miss Cheater Peter over here is just waiting for her mans to get home. Her Mike G string. Fuck yeah. I know. Hey, you don't know nothing about no 2 million. I need $2 million and an 8 ball. That's a good TV series, by the way. Mm-hmm. That is a good TV series. That was a funny ass show. What'd you say? Our 8-month dives her nose in her water bowl. No, Claus. You know what Nova does here? As I will fill up the water bowl, and then her little ass likes to jump on top of the water bowl and knock it over. So I need one of those that actually like either suction cups where she can't move it. I don't know what to do. I got to figure something out. Because this bitch steadily keeps me mopping my kitchen floor on a daily. I've used my Swiffer Sweeper more times since I've gotten her than anything. I really want to get one of those steamer mops where it vacuums and steams at the same time. That's really what I want to get. Y'all better stop it. We have 8 people in here. We all have to calm down. Okay? We cannot make me TikTok famous. We can't. Okay? And if you're not tapping, you're napping. Okay? More than likely, if you're not talking, more than likely you're stalking. Okay? Listen, we need more engagement. Stacy, how are you? You could at least come in here and say, hi, Stacy. That's not very nice to just come in, scroll into my live and not say hi. One tap. Is that all I get, bitch? One tap? I'm just fucking with you, Stacy. You could window watch. You could definitely I just get one tap. Shit. One tap. One tap. That's it. Yeah, so I need to get a slow feeder for her. We're going to be investing in a harness because she's definitely at this point. We got to do the harness. I don't know what she's doing. Yeah, definitely. I definitely need to get her a harness. She probably weighs, she's really, really, really thinned out, y'all. She's really slendered up, and I've been trying to walk her like at least an hour a day, kind of like split it up and shit. But fuck it. I'm almost thinking I need to do 2 hours. We got to take her to the dog park, and I'm just going to let her run her little heart out. So, but one thing I wish that they had here though, like honestly, I wish every apartment complex would have a fenced in dog area. Like I would love that. Honestly. But yeah, the dog park that we took her to, or that we've been taking her to, it's huge, and it has like a walking trail, and it's massive, and it's fenced in, and they have they have fresh water in jugs, and they have those metal water bowls or whatever, and so you don't even have to take your own water. So I really want to go get her weighed. Do y'all know, does PetSmart have a scale where you can weigh your animals? Does PetSmart have a scale? I'm just curious. Because I really want to know where she's sitting at weight-wise. I know she's probably at least put on shit. Which she's slendered up, but she's gotten taller. And I do believe when we got her, she was roughly 35 pounds. But I want to say she's probably sitting about 40, maybe 45. I do know I can still pick her up under my arm, though. So. Listen, Claus, listen to me, bitch. I don't own a scale in my home. Okay? I don't own a scale. I probably should get one. Owning a scale is very depressing. Having Hashimoto's and thyroid and all these things, my metabolism is shot. So, yeah. But I have an upcoming doctor's appointment, and hopefully I'm gonna get approved. I'm gonna get approved for something that's gonna really boost my metabolism and hopefully help my chunky ass. I really I'm needing to lose about 45 pounds for sure. So yeah, I don't own a scale. I should probably get one. Definitely. I don't know. I know maybe I'm getting too big with the point when Mike can't pick my fat ass up no more. Hello, Ash. Be careful, Ash. You're in here. Okay, you enter at your own risk. Enter at your own risk. Hey, listen, also, I'm going to be completely honest with y'all, and I'm not, there are some people that have reached out to me. Would you say life's been tough lately, so I'm blessing the first 6 folks message me for freedom. Well, Jerry, if you feel generous enough, you could just bless me right now. Why don't you just bless me right now, Jerry? Jerry K89, why don't you just bless me right now? How about I just say the word freedom? Okay, I said freedom! Freedom from the bullshit, Jerry. I believe I earned a blessing, Jerry. You just said it. You said you're going to bless the first 6 folks to message me freedom. I didn't message you freedom. I said it. I audibly said it, Jerry. Okay? So either either you mean what you say or you're full of shit. Don't be a liar, Jerry. I don't know, that name kind of triggers me. Wasn't there a Jerry on this app that was like absolutely unhinged at one point in time that did some crazy shit? I don't know. I hope it's not that Jerry. Top 4 ways in the bio, Jerry. Top 4 ways. Give me top 4 ways I can actually slender down my fupa. Okay? Jerry, can you give me some ideas how I can slender down my fupa? Can you do that? I need top 4 ways. How can I do that, Jerry? Oh, shit. Flamingo. If you're that, Jerry, then no blessings needed. Right? Right. Also, I want to make another public service announcement. Nova Rose. No, ma'am. That's not a chew toy. You better get back on your squirrel. We're not doing that. You better get over here where I can visibly, I can visibly see you. We're not creeping around the corner. I'm telling you, one thing I cannot do, you cannot even leave this remote anywhere, because if I leave this remote anywhere and Nova can get a hold of it, she is going to run up, and she thinks this remote is she thinks it's a bone. I'm convinced. I'm convinced she thinks it's a bone. But yeah, oh my God, I got to talk about some shit. Like I said, my platform, I'm allowed to have opinions. What'd you say? Oh, Ash, you said Bub's got his hearing aids? Oh, that's great. Fantastic. That's awesome. I hope he's absolutely loving them. But I am gonna talk about something. Okay, this is my platforms. This is my platform. So I heard I was watching a live, right? I came across a live, right? And we're not gonna do names here. You can all connect the dots. So connect the dots, cross the T's, Dot the I's. Y'all can place this with whoever y'all think that I'm pertaining this to or we're talking about. Okay. I know all too well what it's like to struggle with mental health and having anxiety and depression and all kinds of shit and the whirlwinds of that. Okay. I know all about it when it comes to having your mental health being fucked with. You know, you're going through some personal shit, what the fuck ever. Okay. Currently right now, my mental health is probably better than it's been in a hot minute. Okay. I'm doing good. I'm not in a negative headspace. But let's talk about it. Well, hello, Bob Father. Welcome in. Was that your twin Big Papa that was in here? I just need to know. Okay. If you're struggling with mental health, right? You're struggling, you're going through some dark times, all this shit, you know, I've been there, done that. But you cannot come on this app and talk about how your mental health matters, right? And you're going through some shit and all those things, right? But you can't be actively out here doing fuck shit to people and doing things and saying things really bad about people. And then when smoke comes your way and you can't handle it because you continue to do your fuck shit to people, you can't sit here and want everybody to care about your mental health when you're actively out here trying to destroy other people's mental health. Does that make sense? You can't say that your mental health matters and that you're in a dark place and you're going through some shit and all those things, but you're actively still doing fuck shit to other people. And then you can't expect other people to want to feel for you and sympathize or empathize with you about your mental health. Sorry, I gotta say it. You know, I will say that I think sometimes some people just need to like disengage. Sometimes I've got to disengage. Sometimes I got to log off. Sometimes you got to take a couple of days off, take a fucking breather. But you can't sit here and say and do some really unhinged shit to people. And then when things get dark and heavy and the heat comes your way, you don't get to start using mental health and weaponizing mental health because you're in the thick of it. Sorry. It's very, very hard for me to, you know what I'm saying? Nova, what are we doing? Did she really? Oh, I thought you snuck down there. No, you didn't sneak down there because I got it blocked off because I put the gate up. Sorry, we're doing a trial run with a makeshift gate right now. So she can't run downstairs because she likes to run downstairs for no reason. But yeah, I just thought I would kind of bring that up. Also, I find it really hypocritical and really crazy when there are individuals that, you know, like to poke fun and like to make fun of other people's looks, right? When, you know, you're not necessarily a 10 yourself, okay? I want to say maybe looks wise, I give myself maybe a 6. I know that I'm more like 95% personality, 5% looks. I'm a ginger. I can only work with what I got to work with. Okay. I'm short. I'm chunky. you know, I don't know. Right. Right. I've had people talk about my hair, my weight, my eyebrows, and everything else. And don't get me wrong, when I've done the back and forth and the banter and the bullshit and all that other stuff, I've thrown my 2 cents on about people. Okay, like I've talked my shit. Absolutely, I've done nothing no different than anybody else has on this app. But one thing that I can absolutely say is I am not, and I never have, I never will. I don't run with the masses. I don't sit with a group of people and think the way other people think. I'm never going to do that. I make up my own mind. I make up my own opinions, you know, just like everybody else does. But honestly, I just don't have room in my life to carry all this hate and all this anger and all this resentment and all this coulda, shoulda, motherfucking woulda anymore. I don't. You know, I really, really don't. I watch people. I see how people move. I see how a lot of people flip flop back and forth. And one week they're good with this group, and then the next week they're not good, and then they go back to another group, and then it's this back and forth shit. And it's like I'm at this point now. Like if I happen to scroll into a live, come here, baby, come here. If I happen to scroll into a live and the host doesn't block me, but other people have issues with that, that is a you problem. Okay? You don't got to announce to the world when I scroll into a live and say, Shannon's in here. Shannon's in here. Okay, and what? Maybe I'm in there just to listen, just like everybody else. Listen to all the bullshit and the fuckery that continues to go on. And it's just like I can't control what anybody, no more than what anybody else does on this app, just like they can't control what I do. You know. But if some people want to stay hyper focused on me, if some people want to keep bringing up my name, want to keep, doing their shit, okay, cool. If that is going to heal you, if that's going to help you get through whatever it is that you need to get through, it's okay. I know who I am. I know who I am on this app. I know who I am off this app. I know who are my real genuine friends who really truly support me. I know some people, okay, that have been in my DMs. I'm not going to out nobody. I'm not going to out nobody. But like some of y'all are so worried about what other people think about you, or you're so worried because they're going to be upset because they see you around, or I've had people who I wouldn't think would ever message me have reached out to me, or who have attempted to send me messages. I had an individual reach out to me and apologize to me for some things that they've done to me in the past. And, it's like, we may not sit together no more. We may not kumbaya no more. But it's just like we've said our piece and we've moved on. And if you feel the need to block me because you're concerned about what other people are going to think about you coming into my life, that's something that you're going to have to work through. But I am from moving forward. I just It does, it's not, it is what it is. This app is a roller coaster ride. Okay? It is a constant, ever changing roller coaster ride with the ups and the downs and the bumps and the loop de hoops and the you name it, the swirls and the twirls. This app is a wild fucking ride. It's a wild one. But I will never be summoned into a box. I'm not going to go get into a box. I'm not going to have conversations with people because if there is no resolution, there's no reason. If there's no resolution to get past things, move past things, there's no point to have those said conversations. And you're right, Claus. Everyone needs to think for themselves, but so many people on here don't. So many people just go along with whatever content creator they support, and they're just like, "Oh my God, are you serious? Wow, I can't believe that. Oh my gosh, I hate them too. I don't like them now." People are so quick to grab onto the hate train and all this other shit. You know, I've had issues with people on here. I've had my thoughts and opinions about people on here. And I have, other people that don't like that person. I'm just kind of like, oh, we kind of have a mutual understanding. But I don't actively come on here and try to tell people, like, don't support that person. Don't be that person's fucking friend. If you want to be somebody's fucking friend and you want to go sit and support with somebody, cool. Fine. That's your prerogative. Go do that. I don't control nobody. I don't tell nobody where they can and cannot sit, where they can and cannot fucking go. But I'm not going to sit here and relive in the fucking past. I don't give a shit if you pull back shit and say, well, you did this back in 2024, or you said this back in 2025, or, you did this, you did that, and the back and forth. Okay, there's a lot of us that have done a lot of shit. There's a lot of us that have done a lot of fuck shit, not only in the front end, but on the back end. Sometimes, you gotta learn the hard way. Sometimes you have to have that aha moment and realize, like, holy shit, I got it all fucking wrong. You know what I mean? Some people may regret ever being my friend. Some people may regret ever supporting me, or whatever the case may be, vice versa. But, like, for people to sit here and keep going on and on and on about old shit, like, what is the point? When there's no resolution to none of it, I'm not going to entertain it. And nobody is better than anybody else on this app. Y'all do know that, right? The majority of the people that are on this app are just characters. And you only know a small percentage of that person's real actual fucking life. I mean, you can be anybody you want to be on here. You could come on here and say that you're a lawyer. You could come on here and say that you're a doctor, and you could have people believing that you're a certain type of person, when in all actuality, shit, you might be a cashier at Walmart. Oh, you're perfect, Claus. You're perfect. You are the perfect Claus. And we can all sit here and say, well, you used to sit with this person, or you sat with that person, or you were involved with this fuck shit, or you were involved with that fuck shit. Okay, and what? And what? And what? Okay. I'm telling y'all, 5 years from now, I'm betting 5 years from now, I feel like this app, I think in 5 years, it's going to have a huge decline. I think in the next 5 years, I think this app is going to become washed up. I think this app is just going to become, it's going to be the monotony of it all, the same shit, different day. I think people are going to start getting bored with TikTok. And I think eventually some people are just going to just start falling off and start focusing on other shit in their lives. I think some have already done that. Some have already started to do that. Sometimes I'm actually embarrassed the amount of time and energy that I actually spent on this app. When I used to stay on here for hours. Whether or not I was in my own live or I was in somebody else's live for hours, I'm like, what the fuck were we doing? And I will tell you, breaks are absolutely fucking amazing. And when I do my long work stretches and I'm working, all these hours or doing whatever the case may be, Nova, ma'am, no, ma'am. You have got to be in my line of sight at all times. We're not doing that. No, ma'am. When I cannot see her, she's like an unintended toddler. I mean, and when she's quiet, I do not know what she's getting into. Also, there are, y'all do know that, people, friendships end, right? For whatever reason. Sometimes people just they no longer align with each other. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with not aligning with everybody that comes into your life, whether they're in there for a reason, whether they're in your life for a season, vice versa. But what I have also come to understand, even with myself, is if you have a falling out with somebody, or let's just say that you just you just go your separate ways with somebody, it doesn't mean that you have to come onto this app and air out every fucking personal detail about your friendship with that person. Sometimes you just got to chalk it up as it is what it is. It is what it wasn't or never was going to be. And you just got to learn to just go your own fucking way. It doesn't mean that you have to go live and air out things and try to trash and bash that person to get other people to hate bond with you because you're no longer friends with somebody. There have been friendships that have ended with me for my own personal reasons. There's been friendships that have ended with me because, come to find out they weren't really my friend. They were just, they were sitting with me or trying to be my friend because it was benefiting them at the time. Right, Claus. When someone is vulnerable with you and when you're friends and you open up, and it doesn't mean you tell the world, when you stop talking. And I'm going to do case in point. One of the biggest lessons that I learned is that when Crystal and I were going through our shit, when there were certain people that created a wedge between her and I, and it was, I don't even know to say where it all started or how it all started. I wish it would have never happened. But see, the thing is that when Crystal and I finally agreed to apologize and move on, we just both she focused on her life and I focused on my life. And then, when we were both in a better mental mindset, in a better place in our lives, we realigned with each other. And I know that some people are going to be like, well, how can y'all be friends with each other when y'all did this and that to each other? That's between her and I. That's not for you to decipher why or not, why are we can't be friends or not. You don't get to decide that. That's not your decision. And if you don't like that I'm friends with somebody again, that is something that you're going to have to work through. And nor do I have to explain shit to anybody about it. Nova, baby. I mean, let's be real. Jana and I have been on the outs at times. Jana and I have not always fucking agreed with shit. Her and we've had our issues or whatever the case may be. But once again, a lot of our issues with each other was because we allowed other people to create that wedge between our friendship. And that just comes to show you that, like, I'm just at this point, like, when I have a problem or I have an issue with somebody, I'm going to go to them about it and talk to them. Jana has, she's had her thoughts and opinions about things. I've had my thoughts and opinions about things, but we've never really crossed that line where you know, we just didn't bash each other again and again and again. And that's just one thing that I'm not going to allow is I'm not going to allow someone else to try to convince me how I feel about somebody or why I shouldn't be friends with them. I'm not going to allow somebody to try to, change my mind about somebody. I'm a free thinker. I'm going to make up my own mind about somebody. There's a lot of people on this app that I don't care for. There's a lot of people on this app that I'm just like, yeah, I really don't want to fuck with them. But does it mean that I'm going to go live or I'm going to go into chats and talk mad cash money shit about them or bring their name up every 5 fucking seconds when I see them? You should be able to coexist around people. But some people don't want to be adults. Some people don't know how to be adults. And ignorance is bliss. I swear to God, it really is on this app. And I'll just say, I'm going to say this. I'm going to wholeheartedly say this. I never expected, ever, to see the Holly Mae and Ratina divorce. I never expected it. I would have never thunk it. I would have never thought that them two, there would be a divide between them two. Listen. You just, you know what? You can't dictate divorce. You know what I mean? And I'm sure Ratina knows shit about Holly Mae, and I know that probably Holly Mae knows some shit about Ratina, but it's okay for them to no longer be friends. But I hope that they all just, honestly, I'm not a fan of Ratina. I've never really had an issue with Holly Mae. She's really not my cup of tea. She is who she is. But honestly, why they're no longer friends is not my business. And I really don't care what they each know about each other. And I kind of hope and pray that they don't just start both airing out shit about each other just because, other people want to know the tea. Because at the end of the day, at one point in time, you guys were really, really good friends. And unfortunately, you guys just don't align anymore. And I kind of hope and pray that both of y'all don't just start airing out each other's shit just to appease other people. But I will say that that's probably one of the most shocking breakups, TikTok breakups, social, this parasocial shit, you know, I'm just, it's really not my business at all. Just like it was nobody else's business when, Crystal and I had a falling out, or Jan and I had a falling out, or whatever. But it's because other people want to know the tea. They want to know the deets. They want to know the details of it all. And honestly, Jana, I have been, there are times where I don't watch TikTok for several days. And, Mike will rewatch a live or something on YouTube. And I'm kind of out of the loop with some things. I'm not into, I don't know who's all fighting and bickering and arguing. I know a little bit of this and that, but I'm not invested. I don't I don't want to be invested. You know? I don't. Just like, at first, when people were bringing up Miley Ray and throwing out false accusations and, things that weren't true, at first it bothered me. But at this point now, like, I don't give a shit. You're not going to, involve yourself in something that you weren't there for, that you didn't experience. And now what's really crazy, okay? I'm just letting y'all know, okay? This shit right here, okay? Okay? Like, I'm telling you, this right here, okay? If they would have done this to me in probably 2024 and 2025, I would have probably gone live and I'd have probably lost my shit. Okay? I cannot control. Do I know? Do I have an idea who's behind this account? Yes, I do. Okay. Are they posting this type of shit to try to get a response from me? Are they wanting me to crash out over it? Of course. Because this is what people do on TikTok. Right. Oh, I know, Klaus. It's really not hard to decipher who's behind this shit anymore. Um, but I will say that, like, when I initially got Miley Ray, you guys did this shit. And now you're using Nova, and you're trying to use her, and you're trying to be cruel. But this right here says so much more about the individuals that continue to do this shit than it will ever say about me. Ever. I know that I'm a good dog mom. I know that I treat my pets well. I have loved every animal. I am a dog person. Nova has been an absolute, she was a very unexpected blessing. We were not expecting to get a puppy or a dog anytime soon. But things just aligned. And I'm so grateful and blessed to have this dog in my life, even though and I have my moments where she drives me bonkers, but I love the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? But once again, I cannot control what other people do. I cannot control if people are going to continue to make memes or to continue to lie about shit or to, spin the narrative and do this type of shit. But what I can do is I can control how I respond to this dumb shit. You know what I mean? I can control my reaction. That's what I can control, you know? And what really gets me is the fact that it's grown adults, it's grown adult women that are doing this shit. And that's why, I have sat silent on a lot of shit. I've really not talked about a lot of things. And I know that there's been people that it's just been itching their ass that I'm not talking about certain things or certain situations or how things went down or this and that. I'm not going to, nor do I need to. The people that need to know, and the ones that don't. And I could go live and I could do the tit for tat and I could do the banter and I could do the back and forth and I could just, it's just a big circle jerk. We could just keep it going and going and going and going and going. And to the individuals that do keep it going, the individuals that don't know how to stop, the individuals that just cannot keep my name out of your mouth, I don't know what to tell you at this point. You're going to have to figure out what you need to do to heal from whatever it is that you need to heal from. And when some people say, she's not remorseful, or she doesn't care, or she hasn't shown enough remorse, or, she's not sorry, you don't get to decipher that. You don't. That is your opinion, and your opinion does not mean shit to me. I know. But what I will no longer do, right? I am in control of how I respond. I am in control of how I react. But don't get upset. Don't get mad, because when you say something about me, and let's say that I do want to respond to what you say, and if you don't like what I am saying, then maybe not talk about me. I am allowed to express my thoughts and opinions about the situation just as you are. And you can't sit there and say that I'm jealous because I'm responding. I am not jealous of anyone's life on this app. Everything that I have, everything that I have in my life, I love. And I am very blessed and very thankful that I have the life that I have right now. My life in 2024 and back in whatever, it was a disaster. But I think what really gets people is that my happiness irks the shit out of people. And I am deserving of love. I am deserving of happiness. I don't care how much you mock me, how much you make fun of me, how many lies that you spread about me or Mike. Because when I tell y'all that Mike genuinely does not give a fuck about this app, he genuinely doesn't give a fuck. And the entire time that Mike and I have been together, do y'all know we don't argue? We don't fight. We don't, if we have a discussion or something that we want to talk about, we can talk about it. But the only time that him and I have really ever had any arguments, it's all had to do with TikTok fuck shit. That's it. When it comes to who we are off of this app, and I don't have to come on here and tell everybody, oh my God, we're so happy, we're so in love. I don't need to prove that to y'all. I don't need to prove that. My smile in pictures and who I am in general, it's I don't need to prove anybody on this app how good we are. But some of y'all really, really, really have got it wrong. And I know some of y'all were rooting and thinking that Mike and I weren't going to last, and he was going to break up with me, and he was going to find out who I really was, and we weren't going to be together. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that man really loves the fuck out of me. And sometimes I don't even know why. He does. I really, sometimes I ask myself, like, how did I get so blessed to have this fucker in my life? You know what I mean? He has seen me through it all. The good, the bad, the ugly. He really does, Claus. Mike has the patience of a saint when it comes to me. But he gets me, you know? And he's never tried to change me. He's tried to change my mindset to be in a better, healthier mindset, but that man has never tried to change me. Ever. You know? But he also doesn't need to get in a box and like prove himself to nobody on this app. And I know that some people are like, where's Mike G? Why isn't he in a box? Why isn't he defending her? Because he knows that I can stand on my own 2 feet and I can stand on my own. You know? And then there's times where he has literally said, Shannon, babe, I love you, but you need to log the fuck off. You need to disengage. Okay? You need to quit your shit. You know? But I know that some of y'all are thinking that it's going to be the downfall, that, you know, y'all think 3 months, 4 months, 6 months down the road, you know, I'm going to go live and be like, oh, Mike G broke up with me. That man loves me down. He loves the shit out of me. He loves his little short, pudgy, Peter Pan, bedpan, fupa having, saggy titty, fucked up eyebrow having. Hey, you know? I'm sorry if that burns your biscuit, that, you know, some of y'all don't think that I'm worthy of, you know, not being loved, but I am. You know, he loves him a good Peter Pan bedpan. He loves him sassy Shannon. Mike G loves his sassy Shannon. He loves it. Oh, God. Well, thank you, Wildflower. You know what, Jana? That was funny. The one where I did the filters. I don't care what anybody says. That was funny. And I really think that all the characters were spot on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And like, I'm not going to like force myself onto people. Okay. Listen, I get it. Some people you hate my guts. You hate me. You wish the worst on me. You don't give a shit about me. I know that some of y'all just don't give 2 fucks. And y'all have made that so crystal fucking clear. But I will tell y'all, the genuine friends that I have in my life, you know, even after all the shit that I've been through on TikTok, I'm I'm grateful for the real people. You know what I mean? The real, genuine, raw people that have stuck around. You know? I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. Um, I've never, I've not handled some things in the best way. Sometimes I have been toxic as fuck on here. You know, I've, shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of us that have, though. There's a lot of us that have partaken in a lot of fuckery. And there's a lot of people on here that are still in a lot of fuckery. But I am allowed, and no one is going to tell me any different. I am allowed to express my feelings about shit and about what I've been through. And I have made it very crystal clear on some things. And some of y'all just don't want you. I really don't give a fuck if you don't want to hear it. Because I'm going to say what I've needed to say. And I have. You know. And y'all also got to realize that some of y'all need to quit inserting yourself in situations when it never pertained you. When you weren't involved in it. When you weren't there when shit went down. Some of y'all need to take a back seat and stop inserting yourself in situations that you were never involved with in the first place. Some of y'all like to throw them 2 cents in when your 2 cents aren't fucking needed. Because when you weren't around in certain situations, when you weren't there to see how things happened on the back end, or how things happened, or why things fell out, or how it all fucking got set into motion, if you weren't there and you weren't involved in it, your 2 cents aren't fucking needed. And some of you women on this app y'all need to realize that shit. And the only reason why you insert yourself is because you want to get onto the hate bonding shit. You want to you want to run with the fucking masses. But there's a lot of people that have had they've been on the outs with somebody. I don't really need to know the details. I just don't. I just know that some people have decided to switch sides, or some people have decided to no longer be my friend, and they want to go sit with the ops because they want to try to get under my skin. Well, okay, I can't control who you sit with and what you do, but don't forget all the fuck shit that some of you individuals have done. Y'all just haven't been caught, or you haven't been called out, or you just, you know what I'm saying? You've just kind of gotten to skim underneath the radar. And when you're like me, when you go live, you're kind of on the forefront, hi, I'm here, But I've taken a lot of heat. I've taken a lot of backlash. Am I guilty of saying I'm leaving the app? Yeah. There's a lot of people that say they're leaving the app, or, they're deactivating. Sometimes I'm just in my feelings. Sometimes I'm just, talking out of my fucking ass. But I'm not going to I'm not going to have people think that they can control me and run me off of this fucking app, because I deserve to be here just as much as y'all deserve to be here. Unfortunately, I don't have 200, 300, 400 minions, okay, that I'm trying to mind control. Okay, I don't do mind control. Sometimes my friends and my mods bully me. I don't have it in me to give a fuck anymore what people have to say about me. And if you have to constantly bring my name up, if you have to constantly talk about me, that's something that you're going to have to just work through. That's something that you're either going to get over it one day, or you're not. I don't know why my left eye keeps blinking. Ma'am, what are we doing? Nova, come on. Come over here. Sit down. Hey, hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had to go check on somebody. We're taking a nap. Nova, come here. Come here, baby. All right. You're gonna have to come here. Come on. Sorry, Nova's gonna do about 15 minutes of kennel time. She's gonna have to wait till I take her outside. I swear she's got the bladder of a walnut. Um, Jana, listen to me. I see you're down here in the comments and you say that you missed the puppy stage. Um, I say when you have a puppy, you go through the trenches. You go through the trenches. Okay. I mean, we got Nova at 5 months old, and she was on a farm, and the farmer didn't, she didn't really have no formal training, no potty training, no nothing. So we've been starting from ground zero. Um, but I will say, we're getting there. Um, Potty training. Um, the first few days was a tough go. But she's super smart. Now she's going down to the door when she needs to go potty. Now I don't know if it's a game. She likes to go down there and just sit by the door. So I'm like, do you need to go outside and potty, or are you just like trying to force me to go outside? But it's been nice because she has got me, I mean, I'm active at my job and shit, but she's like literally, like we got to go on walks. We got to exercise. We got to exert that energy. Um, a tired puppy is a good puppy. When you have a tired puppy, it means that you're getting out all that excess energy and shit. Y'all hear her squeaking? Uh-huh. Squeaky McSqueakerson. But yeah, I definitely we got to get her on a slow. She needs to quit huffing her food. So, but I have her on a pretty good strict feeding schedule. Okay. Hey, honey, your mama's gonna be here at 5. Yeah, it's 3. It's about 3:15, and your dad should be here. Your dad should probably be here with maybe the next hour or so. So, hey, by the way, I cut Dion's hair yesterday, um, and it looks fabulous. He can't stop rubbing it. Uh huh. Make sure you eat something since you took your pill. Might want to like fix a sandwich or put a couple of hot pockets in there. Do I have one of those noodles up there on the top? Hold on, y'all. What did you say? What would you do if when you're okay, so he said yes, would go?
No.
What?
No.
Love love for Lily. Who is that? I don't understand your serious question. What would you do if when you're okay, so he said yes, would go? I'm I'm gonna need you to retype that. Unless somebody else can um, decode that paragraph. Oh, for sure. Turn around, let me see it. I can't believe how much lighter it looks. It looks so much darker when it was longer. Now you almost look like you're like ash blonde. I think it's because we faded it, you know what I mean? Like on the side. Did you really did you really just fart?
Yeah.
Bro, did y'all hear that? This boy just put his booty next to this phone and farted. Oh. Okay. That's
Yeah, I think I have ear infection.
love for Lily. What would you do if when you started getting okay, so he said yes, we can go? That's what you just typed before. I don't know how that helps. I mean, you can get in a box. Copy and pasting isn't helping. I mean, you can definitely get a box and explain. Or I don't know if you just don't want people to know who you are. I don't, maybe send me a DM. You said mean like. Love for Lily, you can definitely DM me if that helps. Maybe I can better explain it. I don't know. I feel like we're trying to solve a riddle. Okay, so no, whatever. Okay, so sometimes life is tomorrow and I'm going home. It was the butler, and a family is chatting about their new puppy. Nova asked about puppy training. Oh, that's the AI summary. Okay, there's that. Riddle me that. I'm the worst at riddles. Sometimes I feel like when I'm talking, sometimes I feel like I'm talking in my own riddles. Sometimes I don't even make fucking sense. There's that. Hey, did you eat you something? I need you to, since you took your medication, I need you to eat something, hon. What? Okay. Well, if you want to eat something quick, we've got those instant ramen noodles, both times. You can fix a sandwich in there. Um,
Yeah, already finished.
okay, Claus, could you just take it? Okay, yeah, let's just take care of that, Claus. Can y'all let's just mute and block that one. That's perfect.
Get this bill tomorrow.
Yes, honey, just set it on the counter, and when she gets there, we'll make sure that you take that with you, hon. Yeah, I was completely lost on that. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and shoot the shit for a little bit. You know, like I said, I unblocked a majority of a lot of people. So, you know, now you're just going to have to be forced to block me. Okay. And that's cool. That's a choice. You know, feel free. If you don't want to scroll into my live, you don't want to come in here, that's cool. If you want to window watch, that's cool too. So, but anyway, I'm going to get off here. Go take Miss Nova out, and we'll talk to you later. All right. Later.